Devin's asking, what was the difference between WCW and WWF locker room?
Once you get into the locker room, I tell you what, main difference I saw, the WCW locker room wasn't as uptight.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Everybody really had to watch their P's and Q's and what they say in the WWF locker room. Because if you said something you didn't agree with somebody, you're considered a shit disturber.
Mm.
But in WCW, you could say something like that. As far as the guys themselves, guys are the same in both locker rooms.
Got it.
Yeah, very. I mean, you knew who your stooge guys were that would kind of go to the boss and tell them what you said. And you know who your good guys were that you could talk to. You find that out right away. And then there's just some guys that they don't mess with it all. And thank God Hawk and I were two of those guys.
Yeah.
Because they knew if they did, it was shit. It was going to be on.
Yeah. What is the biggest difference between today's tag team division and the tag team division when you were there? What would you change about the current tag team division?
I would have all the tag teams stay in their lane, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have every tag team be the same gimmick.
It's true.
You can't have every tag team throwing thrust kicks. You can't have every tag team doing the same suplex moves. You know what I mean? We all learn how to wrestle by different schools. Learn what you learned and stay with what your gimmick is for your team.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have like Young Bucks come in there and throw 15 thrust kicks per match. Well, then you have the next tag team come in there with Jungle Boy and all them. Another thing, throwing thrust kicks again, 15 per match.
Mm-hmm.
No, you be Jungle Boy, do your own thing, and let the Young Bucks be them.
Yeah.
You got to have different personalities. If everybody was the same, then everybody would have the same belts, would have the same shirts, would have the same clothes. Just because you don't wear the same outfit doesn't mean you're not doing the same stuff.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's true.
Like, think about it. You had the Midnight Express with Cornette. You had the Rock and Roll Express. You had the Four Horsemen. You had the Koloffs. You had Hawk and I. That's just 5 different tag teams you had right there. Look how different we all were.
Yeah.
Every one of us had our own key signature things. None of us tried to copy each other's crap.
Right.
Now, do we go out there and try to outperform each other in a match? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
That's your job. You want it to be the man to be the last match, because that means if you're the last match and you're selling out a arena like we did, that means you're supplying money for everybody working on that card that night to make a living.
Mm-hmm.
That's about putting butts in seats.
Yep.
And that's what I think I've seen a lost cause, not only in AEW, but in WWE today in tag teams and the NWA too. The tag teams have got to stay in their lane and be their own individual team.
Yeah.
Another thing I gotta say too, man, they got to get more disciplined on the count by the referee.
Mm.
I know AEW went to a 10 count after the tag, but sometimes the guys are in the ring there. It seems like an eternity from 30 minutes, 30 seconds to a minute.
Yeah.
Why even have a referee out there?
Yeah.
Just because the shirt looks cool?
Right.
He's doing nothing. They're doing nothing. I would really like to see the referee take control and just count someone out for real.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
You're not going to listen to me?
Yeah.
Hebner would have counted you out.
Yeah, ring the bell. Ring the bell.
Ring it. You're not listening to me. Screw you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to go back and tell the boss you wouldn't listen. No, sir. Yeah. I really would, man. I think if they went back, see, nobody's giving it legitimacy right now. Mm-hmm. And the business needs legitimacy.
Yeah. That's good.
You need to go back to babyface heel. I don't care what anybody says. Yes, the business changes and the business grows, and I'm all for the different moves in the wrestling business. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. The athletes are athletes. They're great athletes. I'm not taking that away from anybody. But you got to stay in your lane and do what the business needs to do to keep it afloat and keep it going.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, that would be one of my biggest things is got to go back babyface heel, man, because that puts the people that pays it forward and puts people over. I mean, that really puts people over and makes them larger in life.
Wrestling is an escape for fans.
Yes,
it's an escape. It's an escape from COVID. It's an escape from everyday work. It's an escape from bills. It's an escape from the middle of the month crap to the end of the month crap. It's an escape. It's something that people want to have a feel good about to get away from their everyday life to go enjoy themselves and be entertained.
Yes.
Just like a soap opera.
Yep.
And if you don't give this, if the soap opera was the same soap opera every week, I guess the ratings go down in the soap opera too.
Yeah. Even with soap operas, you got to have villains. I always say wrestling is a comic book come to life. And,
But
you
listen,
know,
if you were watching Big Brother, or
yeah,
The Bachelor,
right.
seriously, if you did the same show on The Bachelor week in and week out, the ratings would be in the toilet by the time the final episode came. Sure.
Yep.
It's the same with wrestling. If you do the same thing, you know what I mean? The greatest form of insanity is trying to do the same thing over and over and over and over and over and expecting a different result. That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, I missed the cliffhangers, man. We need the suspense.
Yeah,
We need the
man.
cliffhangers. Yeah,
Listen,
absolutely, man.
think about it. We had on the teams we had between the Powers of Pain. We worked different with the Powers of Pain than we worked with the Midnight Express, that we worked with the Koloffs, that we worked with Four Horsemen. They all were different matches.
Mm-hmm.
But all those four teams had different heat in a different way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Powers of Pain by smashing our head into the plates. Cornette with that damn tennis racket screwing us over, right? And having the people wanting us to chase the Midnight Express. We finally beat the Horsemen. You know, us beating the Horsemen literally in Chicago, and we bump a referee by accident, and we raise the other ref comes down, raises our hand. Oh no, the other ref comes in. No, you hit me. Take it away from them.
Yep.
I mean, where everybody keeps their heat and you make the people happy. That is a lost art in our business.
Yes. Yes.
To have guys like the Horsemen that can get it over like that, and guys like us that can go crazy afterwards. Say, what do you mean you took the belts away?
Yes.
And have the fans feeling the energy too. You know, I think that's the thing with it, man. The fans are not feeling the energy, but they're going to get again with this COVID crap. The fans are not there to feel the energy.
True.
Piped in crowd noises ain't going to cut it.
No, no.